we interrupt your regularly scheduled sleep for this message. Yep, it's the 30th of November of the year of our Lord, 2023. Let's do this. Spoiler alert. If you got earbuds in, beware. In 3, 2, 1. Good morning, YouTubers. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, when I say that good morning, I'm waking up the neighborhood. And I can see out my window and see all the neighbors in like 9 minutes rushing to their cars because they're still sleeping and they're late for work. And I just giggle deep inside because it's like, yeah. I remember those days. Yep, no, nevermore. Quote the Raven, nevermore. Yeah. Well, let's see. Oh, wrong one. Oh. Okay, today's pre-show motivation song was Mexican Radio by Wall of Voodoo. Anybody remember that? As I'm trying to adjust my audio and stuff. Echo, in case somebody pops up here. All right, echo check. Yep, no echo. Yep. All right. So good morning. How y'all doing? So I'm going to start this off a little bit differently again. Good morning, Ginger Ninja, and good morning, Longboarding Mom. You're the only two up, and I understand Ginger Ninja because I believe she's an hour ahead of me. And Longboarding Mom, you're like 2 hours behind me. What are you doing up so early? That makes it only 5 o'clock. Are you making breakfast? What you making? Now I'm wondering. I made tacos last night. So if I get hungry, I'll have to go over there and warm up the stuff so I can make some tacos for breakfast. But they won't be regular breakfast tacos. They'll just be regular tacos. Boy, am I glad this month's going to be over. So, hold on. I got to turn that one off. Let's see, where's the overlays? Oh, now you can see me. Yep, and I'm not muted, so you can hear me. Woohoo! Yeah. Oh, Longboarding Mom, I forgot to tell you. If you got earbuds in, you can put them back in now. It's safe now. So we had a late night last night. Chef went to bed, but she's probably still sleeping. Ooh, homemade edibles. Ooh, yeah, that would do it to you. Like that moonshine. Just when you think you had the right recipe, bam, knocks you out. Yep. Sometimes those batches can be a little bit stronger than what you think, but sometimes they're better for you. Just checking something. Okay, I'm going to do a version of I Told You So. Alright. See y'all ready? Alright, let's get to the I Told You So minute. Okay, well, before that, let's go. It's 57 degrees here, mostly cloudy in west central Texas. We're supposed to get up to 72. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be turning on the air conditioner. I remember those days getting on the bus at 6:30, 6:45. Nope, nope, nevermore. Quotes the Raven. Nope, nope. Then I did football, and I had to be at school at 5 in the morning, so that even made it worse, especially when you got off work at midnight. Had to rush home, and I had to walk home from work, and that was about a mile, so I was going to wake up my mom because she had to get up, basically get up because she had to be at work at 6, so she dropped me off at school for football practice every morning, so I wasn't going to wake her up, so as soon as I got off work, I had to run that mile, get my cardio in every night after work just to make it home so I can take a shower and go to sleep and get up and go to football practice. Yeah. Yeah, Ginger Ninja, I think that's the thing about everybody. Almost, I say majority of the population isn't able to sleep very well anymore. And I'm not going to blame it on age. No, as we get older, we're realizing we don't need the 8 hours that they told us to, but there's a lot of things that they've told us that they're finding out we didn't really need to do anyway. But it sure does feel nice if you sleep 5, 6 hours straight, because it feels like you slept for 12 then. Every once in a while I get those 5, 6 hour naps in, and that feels good. All right, let's go to the first thing. Everybody knows, or if you didn't know, you've been avoiding the news. Henry Kissinger died yesterday at age 100 years. So, yeah. Needless to say, if you liked him or not, either way, yeah. He lived to 100. Okay, so that one I can scratch off. Let's see. Let's see if I can bring up this. I don't know where I put it. Let's see. Okay, I'll talk to about the COP 28 is going on. I know another streamer mentioned it this morning, but I warned y'all, and I'm telling you again. I told you so. And that was even before the person reported it this morning. I told y'all a few days ago about the climate change stuff, and that's what the COP is doing. They're attacking the Western societies, and the head person, the COP 28, is a guy from I believe from the UAE, and he's like the CEO, one of the largest oil production companies in the UAE. Yeah. Well, let's find out through leaked documents and statements that he made in public about reducing our meat, our meat, our fossil fuel consumption, and going as far as talk about what we're producing on the ground for farmers. Yeah, all that other stuff. But on the sidelines, he's making deals with all these other countries like Africa and Libya and all these other countries to buy their oil. And they need to buy it now because it's cheap. Okay, well, the first and foremost, that's why I tell you right off the bat, they're just coming out of the woodworks, and it's proven even more. Climate change is a farce. Period. It's all about the money. Because who put this guy freaking in charge for one? He's going to talk anti-fossil fuels, but he's one of the CEOs for one of the largest freaking producers of oil in the Middle East. And he's attacking Western states. He's not attacking the Middle East. Well, you know what? That's what I say. Set the example, buddies. No, before you freaking attack anybody else on the earth, you're the worst freaking producers of fossil fuels and all that. Shut down OPEC. Shut down your productions in UAE and all that. Yeah. You shut all that down. What do they got to make money? Nothing. You don't hear about them producing freaking carrots or mushrooms or cabbage. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know, and it's part of the Muslim agenda. If you haven't read I can't even remember freaking that guy's name that wrote the freaking thing about their so-called agenda. And I'm not talking about Rushki with the stuff, but if you read that one too, then you'll really figure out that they're not. They're coming here and they'll lie to you left or right, and they go to school to learn how to lie. Yeah, I'm serious. You go to their freaking schools, they learn. They try to teach them English early so they can freaking have their agenda of getting rid of all the infidels in the earth and convert everybody to Muslim. That's not an infidel. Yep. So, but hey, that's all written down in books from their own people that are Muslims that converted and they're Christians, and yeah, they put bounties on their heads and and all that other stuff because they leaked the plan. Well, that's been over 30 years since they leaked the plan. So I'm only reporting on old news on that part. Yeah, but he got busted in all the leaked documents to include the interviews that he did. Yeah, buy our oil. You need to do this. You need to do that. We'll shut down the western states. The plan is the less people in America and they regulate how much meat you can eat, the more they got that we could ship to them so they can eat it. So while we starve, they'll be living high on the hog. Because, Muslims don't eat freaking pigs. So, yeah, think about it. Yeah. So, and they're attacking the farmer or the ranchers for the freaking beef. They're attacking the farmers because they're growing stuff that they don't like to eat. I say if they want any food, we send them the vegetables we know they don't like. When they want meat, we send them pork. That's it. Bottom line, that's it. Because here's a very good topic nobody ever brings up about. Why aren't they attacking India? You know how many cows they got in their country? True, India freaking holds their cows sacred, but their cows fart too. They're causing climate change. Think about it. That's why it's a farce. Just more and more reasons why it's a farce. It's all about the money. Hey, Rose Young, welcome. Yeah, who else is on board with this COP28 stuff? The UN and the who. Yep, they got their agendas. Oh, gee whiz, 6% of them are Muslims that are running everything. Yep, go figure. Yep. So here's a big one I haven't seen nobody report yet. If I could ever find it, I don't know what I put it under. Let me see. I don't want that one. No. Let me see if I can bring it up on my MSN thing. Good morning, Lee. How you doing? Sorry. I glanced to saw your name pop up while I'm trying to open up an article because this one's going to get a whopper. This is another I told you so, and a lot of people told you so, and yeah, more and more. Well, the headline, I'll go ahead and read it because I'm waiting for it to pop up. It's streaming through. Hopefully it's going to pop up. Let's see if I can go to see more. Just going to bring up all the news articles. Okay, the headline is people who followed COVID recommendations are likely to have mental health wellness issues now. This is being reported by the Messenger. Yeah, .com. Yeah. But yeah, so if you followed all the recommendations of what to do, wear the mask, take the gigawatt in your arm, and all the other stuff, the boosters, yeah, you're more likely to be mental. Who are the conspiracy theorists that decided not to follow what they were saying? And yeah, that's so much of a conspiracy now, huh? This is coming from medical professionals and scientists. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We see all the crazy stuff going on. It's all mental. Yeah. Oh, great. Okay, I just came across another one, so let me bring that one up real quick. Okay, DC Now, News Now is reporting your CPAP machine might have a safety issue, FDA cautions. This was just posted about 15 hours ago. Okay, of course, everybody hopefully knows what a CPAP machine is. We got sleep apnea, obstructed airway, all that. Okay, it says medical device is Philips Respironics Dream Station 2 CPAP. And they're having thermal issues now. Before it was, the filters were breaking apart and send it in while you're sleeping through the airway. And then you're sucking in all the plastic and all that, and you could choke. And now it's saying it has internal issues such as fire, smoke, burns, and other signs of overheating while using the machine. Hmm. Reports gathered and analyzed by the FDA indicates the thermal issues may be related to electrical and or mechanical malfunction that may cause machines to overheat in certain situations. Yeah, if you plug it in and turn it on, yeah, boy, I'm glad I got my PhD, even though it wasn't in that particular field, but I kind of figured that one out. The way they write this freaking news article is ridiculous. Yeah, I should have been an English major. I would have given them a triple F on how they wrote that report. So, yeah. When I checked out a report earlier about RBCUkraine.com, their scientists reveal optimal age for being alone and avoiding relationships. I read the whole article, and it's, they make it seem like they did it across the board, all the ages and all that. And they ended up just talking about when kids leave home. And it's just the groups for 18 to 25. They didn't even freaking test everybody else and all that. So I think this is uncompleted. And then you go back to the drawing board because they basically came down to if you leave your parents' house and you start your life by yourself, and up until age 25, you'll get in a serious relationship, get married, or live with anybody. You'll be amped to be able to handle broken relationships a whole lot better than somebody that leaves the house and within a few years gets married or lives with somebody before the age 25. The people that leave the house and hook up are more having problems to dealing with breakups in the future. Yeah, but they only studied the 18 to 25, so yeah, what do they know? Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to find that other one still. Of course, everybody heard about the volcano that went off in, I think it was Italy. Yeah. No, it was Japan. It's spewing out. Yep, Japan. Ice is still doing their fiber's still blowing, and we're still waiting for the one in Iceland to go. And when the ground's moving around and all that. Yep, yep. Now they don't know if it's going to erupt or not. So yeah. So you all ready for December? We got technically 32 days before the year's up. Technically 25 days, depending on where you're counting from the hour before Christmas. You know. Oh, I'm already planning for frickin' February, and they're still talking about December. Yes, this weekend, the West Coast could get pounded with snow, so if you live on that side, be ready. Not all places on the West Coast, but the northwestern parts will. Yeah. And I'll be going to chat in a second. I'm just looking to find this one other article, so I save it where I can come back to it. They had one about the number one or the one hit wonders of the 70s. If you lived during that time frame, yeah, you'd know them. Well, that's even freaking all jacked up because they had, you know, one hit wonder is a band that makes one song and that's it. They don't have any other hits or anything else. They had bands like Thin Lizzy on there and others. They had one or two songs come out in the 70s and one was a hit. And then the 80s and 90s they had plenty of hits, but no, they still list them as one hit wonders. So I'm like, man, this guy's retarded. I wrote it. All right, let me minimize that so I can go to chat real quick. All right, okay, that was your Rose Young. I said good morning. Hey, Marshall old man, good morning. Hopefully you're warmer today. Oh, he's gonna make blueberry muffins. Ooh, we'll be over. What time you gonna have them done by tomorrow? Don't send them with Chris to work. We're gonna be over for coffee and muffins. Oh yeah, you gotta love the fireplace with those intermediate hot flashes. Yeah. Oh, let's see. I just got home last night from Newport, Rhode Island. I stayed right on the ocean. Man, you're spoiling yourself, Rose Young. Staying by the ocean. Come on now. Yeah, I got a fireplace. Unfortunately, it's a gas one. I got those fake fire logs. I never had the landlord come over and hook it up because then I have to bother him to freaking come and disconnect it when it gets warm again. So I'm like, nah, I won't run it. I got my other ones. Sugar cookies. Uh-oh. Oh, man. All right, I want somebody to make some sour cream donuts. That sounds good. We were talking about donuts last night, one of the silver streams. Because somebody brought up that they made sourdough bread, and I was like, oh no, sour cream donuts are better. So, yeah. Yep. She's having her own personal summers. Yeah, but when it gets really, really cold up there, she's going to be glad to have those hot flashes to keep her warm. She's just not going to know. Do I take my sweats off? Do I put them on? Do I take my sweats off? Do I put them on? Yeah. That's a good thing is you can use that as an excuse for the kids. Nope, you got to take the bus. Sorry. I just can't do it. All right, let's see. It's being reported by USA Today that more than 500,000 people left New York in 2022. Yeah, I bet there were all the freaking illegals that didn't want to stay in a tent. Yep. Yeah, so far. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at this as for the messenger again. The one that brought us about the I have to look at my notes about the mental health issues for the people that followed what Posse and his crew did. Okay, so they're reporting deadly bacteria behind 50 million infections this year could become immune to drugs. Well, I already knew that because we've been watching it. Guess which bacteria it is? E. coli is more evolutionary fit than previously believed. Yeah. See, when the scientists say, "Oh no, this will never happen," I'm telling you that zombie virus is coming. You all think, "Oh, that'll never happen." Yeah. And when they found out the moon wasn't made of cheese, yeah. Imagine all the people that believed all that time the moon was made out of cheese, and when you finally go over there, think about it. Yeah. People thought, unlimited cheddar. No, no cheese, just moon dust. Oh my God, really? No, I'm still not going to Subway. Hey, People Magazine's announcing that Subway announces footlong cookies and give them out for free on Monday. So check with your local Subway if you want a footlong chocolate chip cookie, but they're just showing a picture of the chocolate chip. I don't know. They may have other flavors there too, but I'll just wait for Longboarding Mom to make the sugar cookies. Probably safer and it's not bioengineered because she makes them in the kitchen. And I did see one last night before laying down, but Starbucks now has the highest rated amount of metals and illegal levels. Let's put it this way: the highest illegal levels of metals in its coffee. So if you like going to Starbucks, you're not only getting the rat poo poo and the feces from whatever else they get it from. Now you're getting freaking all the other illegal stuff in there. Yeah. That was reported again. I reported on some of it yesterday from the California people, the research centers. So, this is genius. Tasting Table says, "What happens if you heat up canned cranberry sauce?" Okay, I know all you cooks and bakers out there. One of you always put freaking canned cranberry sauce and then place it in the microwave. You want to answer that and save everybody having to read that stupid article because you microwave something, it's going to either get warm and the jelly's going to get runny. Yeah. Okay, and I got to bring this one up because it's from the BBC, and then I'm going to go back to chat because I'm on the other one right now. Rare fungus found in England for the first time. A rare fungus, which measures just a centimeter high, has been found in England for the first time. Now, the only reason I'm going to read this, since it's coming from the BBC, is because, like we like to say, if it starts in England or it starts over there, it comes over here. Sort of like China and their respiratory, it's already in the U.S. If they would freaking listen to me one time, just listen to shut the freaking airlines down. I mean, they don't have to do the whole worldwide thing unless they got people coming from there. It'd be just safer to say to the American public, shut all overseas travel down. Mission essential only, meaning military and packages, no people. Yeah, except the ones flying the planes with the packages. Okay, naturalist Tim Sexton first spotted the Sericolicatia globosa fungus at the former Rufford Colliery near Mansfield, Nottinghamshire in 2022. But he needed to send samples to the Royal Botanic Gardens for confirmation, and all traces of it had vanished by the time he returned. Then he finally found more of the fungus on the site in October. Oh, so he found some last month because it's still November. He was able to cap about the size of a pin. He was thrilled he found the fungus and sent it in. Uh, the heartland, which has been created, the heathland, sorry, which has been created since coal mining ended in the 1980s, has become a haven for many different species of wildlife. And this amazing find is a testament to that. So now they're blaming wildlife for the fungus. Yeah, it's coming from its poop, probably. It's the rabbits, I tell you, it's the rabbits. It has nothing to do with the anthrax fields that they got over there that nobody can walk in and haven't been able to for the last 50 years, thanks to World War One. Yep, so they're still doing freaking research on it. So if you come up with a weird name from freaking England, yep, it's here. All right, let me close that out because I've been ignoring y'all. I don't mean to. I'm just trying to read the stuff. Hey, it's AB. I bet he's got some of that fungus. Good morning, AB. How you doing? Boy says she loves donuts. She only makes for the Pillsbury biscuits. Yep, me too. That's the easiest and fastest way to make them. Rose Young says all the mansions newer were decorated for Christmas. Yep. Yeah, that's because it's not real meat longboarding, Mom. I mean, I used to go to Arby's. They used to have one sandwich there that wasn't roast beef, and I can't remember what it was. It wasn't chicken either, but and it was pretty good. But since they did away with it, I haven't been back to Arby's because I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, longboarding mom. I just read what the report. You know, they're scientists with PhDs, so obviously they know what's going on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And yes, Rose Young, it would melt. Yep, I haven't gotten to that yet, AB, but yeah, I bet your superpowers will be strong. You'll be able to direct those chickens to stay in the trailer with that Reaper running. No, Rose Young, AB doesn't do housework. Hell, you're lucky if it does laundry. All right. So before I touch on the other one, I'll go ahead and touch on the sun shot up. What do you call those things, AB? Okay, I don't have the article up, so but they sent those things that come from the sun at us with the heat and the radiation and all that. No, they're not life threatening or anything else. So, but there's a group of them that were the sunspots were facing Earth, and they all freaking decided to let off their climate changing farts at us, and it's supposed to be hitting today. Yeah, whatever, AB. So far, I haven't been proven wrong on the news that I've been reporting. So yeah, the cannibal CMEs. Thank you. And so yeah, I'm saying if AB even knows anything, that's why I ask him questions. Calling me fake news, you fake trucker. Get back on your little frickin' big wheel and go back to your house. We know you just got a chicken nugget stand in the front of the house. Yeah. But anyway, we're supposed to get a hit today. But nothing to worry about. It's not health threatening, but you may feel a couple of things like headaches and stuff like that. But they're not really expected this time. What they are expected that most of the northern hemisphere should be able to see the aurora borealis tonight. So yeah, people Wyoming, Montana, and all that, you should get a good freaking view of it tonight. I don't know if like South Dakota and all the other ones are going to get it, but they just said northern hemisphere. So, but watch out because we may have a cannibal CME, as AB said, and if that does, then that will definitely affect us even a whole lot more. And if that does occur, then Sunscreen's not going to help you. You might as well just stay inside. Put a tinfoil hat on like, 10 TV does, AB. We know AB wears a tinfoil G-string when he has to go on the road. But, But anyway, we'll still keep talking about space Jews because the sun's done. You've been warned. Maybe up to this weekend with a cannibal. Okay. So scientists have discovered a new solar system in the Milky Way. It has 6 planets on it. Yeah. So as long as they've had telescopes, and as long as they had freaking the telescope satellites in there, they're just discovering a new solar system in the Milky Way. I mean, they talk about dark matter, black holes, all these other planets, and they didn't bother to freaking find the solar system sooner. Supposedly all the planets, they're in alignment with whatever star it's, their sun, or all bigger than Earth, and they don't believe it has any materials like life, water, an atmosphere that we can live on. So yeah. So what's the importance of it? They still haven't classified Pluto back as a planet because we know Pluto's a planet. Nah, I want to wear a full body suit. You'd be like that freaking canned freaking jelly stuff to tape to microwave. No, no. You'll be looser than a gooser on Jello. So let's see. Stuff coming across my screen again. Man, Shift Kicker must have been tired. Oh, she had a hard day yesterday, or a long day, should I say. Ooh, we're going to get gusty winds here before the next cold front comes in tonight. Yeah, you got to love that. And they're still talking about New York and how they can seize citizens if they believe you're sick. Yeah, glad I don't live in New York. Oh, now here it is. I can talk about more about the CME stuff. Come on. Why do they put the good stuff freaking on a rotator? Sorry, I'm still looking, and they're still talking about the cantaloupes. And, ooh, these states could get a foot of snow a year or weeks ago, but yeah, thanks to the Biden administration, tens of billions of dollars in IRA funding will now be earmarked for environmental justice. Yeah. Now, the solar flare causes radio blackout event on Earth. More sunstorm activity expected. That's what they're putting now. So probably this weekend we're going to get that one that's really going to jack stuff up. All we got to worry about is the health issues. Stay inside if you get alerts about the sun. Uh, oh, I forgot what animal that is. There's certain states of the north that are declaring and they're putting a certain animal under protection from extinction. I can't even remember which animal it is. If I heard the name, I'd be like, yeah. It's not a badger. It's bigger than a badger, but I can't remember what it is. But this animal only lives in states that, yeah, they need cold climate. Yeah. Wow, YouTube is really behind. I gotta see where y'all are at, because I refresh your mind. Okay. The chat's still trying to come up. I don't know where it's at. right, let's see if the numbers count out. Hey, we're at 9, so that's good. A lot of people late for work. A lot of people will freaking sleep in, or they're choosing not to come here anymore because I pissed them off. Who knows? Oh well, they got things to do in their life. That's fine. They just do want to hear the famous words. I told you so. A lot of things are coming to fruition after I warned you. Now everybody's going to start talking about them, or is talking about them this morning. And if you've been watching my streams, you'll be like, damn, he did tell us. That's the only time I like to tell you, I told you so. Did everybody fall asleep? I haven't seen chat move. Oh, now we're down to 8, so I don't know. YouTube might be regulating me. Man, I was going to get to, let's talk about the letters, but, hey. I guess I pissed off some people because of yesterday. I said, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And of course, some streams are still doing their thing, thinking they're going to get away with it. And I guarantee you, probably before the end of the year, they're going to get hit again. But, that's my prediction. Well, welcome back, Junior Ninja. Is it cold there yet? Did you kick the kid out of the door and slam the door so the cold stay outside? I remember as a kid having to catch the bus from my mom's, ushering us out the door. Well, she's not really even at the door. She's like, well, you have a good day. She's hiding behind the entrance to the kitchen, and we're going out the door. And then right when we're opening the door and going out, she asks a question that we have to turn around and say something to catch the bus. And then we start answering, and then she screams, close that door, you're letting the heat out. Well, why are you freaking asking questions, Mom? I'm like, hello. She already heard the door open. She heard the screen door open, and then she's going to ask the question. Did you remember? Yeah. Anybody else ever experienced that? Yeah. Don't be that parent. Come on now. Oh, I can't even remember which show it was. I think it was a new movie or something. I can't remember which one it was. I don't even know if it was a zombie one or not. But this lady worked as a nurse. She worked 14, 18 hours a day. Her daughter's going to school. Oh no, it was a zombie movie where the kids got on the bus, tried going on a field trip, then they crash, run to an abandoned building. I don't remember the name of it. I never watched all of it. I keep falling asleep every time I try to watch it. It's that exciting. Best part I remember of the movie is the daughter was making her lunch. But she was making her mom's lunch too because she loved her mom, and her mom had to go back to work. And mom only slept like 4 hours and had to go back to work again. So, and the mom hadn't gone grocery shopping, so she gave the mom the only sandwich that was there. She gave her a banana and everything else, and gave it to mom to go off to work. And the daughter went to the field trip with no food. Yeah, think about it. Now, some would say that's a good daughter. I would have kept the banana. I'm sorry, mom gets a sandwich, I get the banana. At least you're going to eat something that has all the vitamins that get you through the day. So I remember a couple times I forgot my lunch at home. I'm like, damn it. I got up early, made my lunch, put it in the fridge, and went to go get ready, and then I freaking went out the door, make it on time, and get to school, and I'm like, I forgot my food. So by the time I got home, I was starving. I was tearing the cabinets. I even ate the lunch that I forgot to take, and I wrecked the kitchen just trying to freaking eat because I was starved all day long at school. So I'm pretty sure some of y'all were like that too. My favorite sandwich to go on, because I was raised on it, was bologna. Not that that was the meat of choice. That was just what was always freaking in the refrigerator. So yeah, you did what you could. Ginger Ninja. Yep. Yep. Am I psychic or what? How did I know Ginger Ninja experienced that? And I brought it up just in time. No, I'm not hacked into your phone and all that other stuff. No, Alexa did not text me laughing. Your legs are still chilly. Well, you don't have them wrapped up in a blanket, or you don't have a long enough robe. I mean, I'm wearing sweats. I don't have my little heater on since it's in the 50s, but if it was in the 40s, I'd have the heater on my legs. I hate it when my legs get cold. I can tolerate everywhere else except for my feet and my legs. But yeah, so I started gathering the information for the first 3 days of December. Now I got to start working on the videos for the soon to end what to celebrate, and it's going to be called something else. I still got to do that video so I could drop it today, saying what the name change is. But it'll still be on my shorts. That's why I'm just doing a name change thing with a video just for the name change. I'm still working on the art on there, and then y'all will know. I'm changing the music up, even though some people commented they liked the song that I kept playing on there. But probably going to do that, either one song the whole month or one song for 15 days and switch it up. So, see, my legs are cold for where my robe ends down to the bedroom shoes. Yeah, yeah. That's where you get some of those towels and you wrap them up and then get spare freaking belts and tie them to your legs so they cover up. You might look weird, but hey, inside the house, it's not supposed to be a fashion statement. Yeah, yeah. You should see my daughter-in-law. She comes to my house because, well, when I had the air conditioner issue before they finally fixed it, I was running my window units in certain rooms, and I put curtains up and all that to block the doorways to the rooms, so the AC and the cold would stay in certain rooms. And before I had the fire department come to make sure my furnace was working properly, um, once I had it up, and when I use my spa heater unit in the living room, because that's usually where I spend most of my time, and it keeps this whole room warm because I got a curtain on the hallway freaking entry exit, and I got my little, I don't know what you call those curtain freaking dividers or whatever going towards the dining room. You normally hang them on sliding doors, but I put one there, and yeah, and it blocks it and keeps the room warm, so I don't have to run the whole central furnace. So. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know if it's the cold that's really affected you, Rose. It could be something else, like what's in the air. You know. Oh, cool. Yeah, this house is so old. I got the gas lines that go in every room, and if I wanted to connect, the gas heaters to each one, like you're talking about, but yours are electric. So, but if I could find the gas ones, I could connect them to that, and I'm like, yeah. I grew up on that with my grandmother's house because before she didn't have central heat or air for one. It was like the cracks in the walls brought in the air, and then blankets during winter. Luckily, she lived in the deep south, like towards the border, so it hardly ever got that cold. But man, when it got hot, whoo. Yeah, I'd be using the fireplace too. Oh no. Well, all I could say is I did do a picture yesterday about bubble wrap. I hear bubble wrap's a good insulator. If you put it on windows, it keeps the cold out. So, hey, get some bubble wrap and wrap your legs up in it. Use some duct tape and let's keep the legs warm. Hey, Lady D, good morning. Are you off to work or you hardly working or are you checking out your fridge to see what kind of fruit and vegetables you're going to take to work? Or you're already at work and they're like, yeah. Shut up, Trust. I choose number 3. So, but, yep, see, she literally walked in her office. How did I need? Man, I'm 2 for 2. See that, Ginger Ninja? Every morning when I make a coffee, I get that taser that I want from you, and I tase myself once or twice. So that wakes me up enough to make coffee, and somehow that's affected my mental abilities to connect what's going on in people's lives that I communicate with on the internet. Dun dun dun. Hey, maybe I should write a Stephen King type novel. Maybe they'll make it to a movie. Oh hell no! Chen owns Hollywood now. I don't want to do that. So there was an article, and I didn't read it. I didn't want to because I was really ticked off. But they had the top 3 unhealthiest ice creams that they recommend for you not to eat. Well, Ben and Jerry's came in number 2, and I was mad about number 3 because they said Bluebell ice cream. I think they're just anti-conservative, anti-Texan myself because I've never had a bad Bluebell ice cream yet. And number 1, do you really want to know what number 1 was? Yeah, Breyers. Yeah. So those are the 3 unhealthiest freaking ice creams to have. And they're talking about across the board. Even the vanilla or the straight chocolate, anything else is bad for you. Ninja Farmer. I could see it too. Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I thought I didn't know that was a taser. I thought that was a cattle prod. And you use it on your roosters when they tried attacking you. Trying to see. Oh, we've almost been on for an hour. I know what Shift's doing. She's waiting for that hour to be up, and then she's going to jump up here. I tried telling her that yesterday when she was in the waiting room. She was just like, "Oh, I got to get there. I got to." No, take your time. You're doing real life stuff with her mom-in-law, and I'm glad everything turned out good that she had scheduled. But we can manage shifts. Sometimes, family's more important. Found out a couple other people lost family the other day, yesterday, and the day before. So, and right now, they're trying to deal with. I've talked to a couple of them. They're still trying to deal with if they should have held them more, visited them more, talked to them more. I was like, now you know what I tell them? Tell your loved ones. If you can't go visit them and give them a hug, give them a call. You know? Talk to them for a few minutes every day. When my dad was alive, I would call him every day. If I didn't call him, he would call me. And neither one of us called. We start getting worried after the second day. But my dad always put it, no news is good news. But, we still enjoyed talking. In our 15 minutes usually ended up being like an hour and a half, 2 hours. We just talked about anything and everything. And, I don't regret, you know, And that's things I was able to experience with my dad. I wanted to do with my mom, but with her dementia was so bad that got so bad she ended up having to live with my sister. So my sister could take care of her because they lived in the same town. Because I would call my mom and she basically didn't know that the phone ringing was a phone. And she was supposed to pick it up. It got that bad. And I contact my sister and eventually, she'd text me saying, okay, at mom's house, let's see if the phone works, call. And I'd call and she'd pick it up. And of course, my mom would tell her, it's like, oh, that's what it does. But of course, she'd forget after 10 minutes. Her dementia got really that bad. And yeah, so eventually the phone service was turned off, and it was kind of hard talking to her. It was almost like that 31st Dates movie. Talking to my mom, I'd have to introduce myself every time. She would forget. And then it got to the point where my mom thought my sister was one of her sisters and that she was, a teenager still, stuff like that. It got pretty bad, but I would say she was ready to go. She was very religious, and she did have a personal relationship with Jesus, and she knew. And even though I miss her, I mean, she knew the happiness would be there. So, yeah, it's sad, but I mean, I miss them, and it's harder when I hear other people losing theirs and they didn't have the opportunity to talk or spend time with their parents, and then having to help them try to deal with the regret and show them it's okay to have the regret, but don't let it keep you there. You got to go through the stages of grief in order to get better and be strong. You have kids. And a lot of time, a lot of people forget that. They just try to ignore everything, deal with the kids, and then fall apart again trying to deal with it. And they don't move forward. So, I mean, no, I appreciate it. I mean, it's been over a year. I do miss them. Holidays are hard, but I mean, it was even harder when I was deployed all those years because I'd get one phone call on the holidays. Do I call my folks, or my dad and mom were divorced, so they had different households, or do I call my kids? Hmm. Yeah, you knew the kids had to win over every time because they were more scared to understand why I was in another country doing what I was doing while they saw bad stuff on TV and the news. So, and my parents understood to that level. And, you know, I appreciate that they did. Let's see. Yep, exactly, Ginger Ninja, and that's how I see it, and that's how she was seeing it when she was ready. I mean, she literally was ready. Some people would be like, "Oh, she just gave up at the end." No, she didn't give up. She was ready. She knew it was time. You know, almost to the, she wasn't on no breathing machines or anything else like that. My sister was there. Fortunately, I wasn't there. My sister didn't want to tell me. She knew it would have tore me apart. Plus, the hard part was she was in hospice, and at the time, they only let one person in. So one of us would have been in the hallway, not being able to look in, and the other one would have been in the room. So she just kept us stay up here, and she notified me afterwards. But it was peaceful. She recorded it, and she had that smile on her face when she knew it was her time. So, and that was a blessing, knowing that she had the positivity of it. And she was like 93, I think. I was more shocked with my dad, but he was very adamant that he did not want me to go down there because he was in San Antonio and that stuff was just rampant with all the illegals and all that. And he even told my sister, "Do not allow if your brother does not listen to what I told him, do not allow me to tell the hospital staff too. When I called them to talk to him one day, the nurse even asked, "Is this his son?" It's like, "Yep." "You're not in town, are you?" Because he's not going to let you see him. I was like, "No, I'll listen to my dad up to the end." But I was able to video chat with him before they pulled the respirator on him. So even if you can't be there with today's technology, use the phone. You can still do your last messages. You can see each other and stuff like that. My sister thought I'd have so much regret. The only thing I regret out of the whole thing is not living in San Antonio when it occurred. Then he wouldn't have been able to say, "Don't come here." But since I live about 5 hours away, and he wasn't even worried about the travel, he was more worried about me getting what he had. So it had been that bad if my dad was worried about it. And he was worried about my sister, but my sister was a doctor dealing with the stuff too. So he didn't have, she knew what to do. All right, Rojan, you have a wonderful day. Hope your leg feels better. We love you. And remember, if your legs get cold, wrap them in, what was that stuff again? Yeah. Wrap them with the wrap and put duct tape on there. It'll keep your legs warm. It's a good insulator. Yeah, bubble wrap. There you go. I've been waiting to see if Ship was going to pop in chat, but yeah, I guess not. Not today. She's probably really just freaking tired. Which is fine. It happens. So let's see. What letter should we talk about today? We talked about the letter, what was it, H yesterday? Every day I'm going to pick a letter till we go through the whole alphabet. What letter should we talk about? People in chat, you can put a letter up and we'll talk about it. Yep, exactly, Ginger Ninja. Okay, Lady D says the letter R. Okay, we'll talk about R in a minute. Yeah, I don't do funerals anymore. So, believe me, the ones that have been with me, I've been away quite a few times in the past year. As many troops, friends, and brothers and sisters that I had to go and lay to rest. And during that time frame, they were all been in the States. And they just couldn't get the proper help that they needed. And what broke me was I was in a certain squad. We're a 4-man squad, and when all three were talking to each other, and they decided to do they weren't living next to each other, but they were in towns next to each other. All three decided to end the pain and suffering at the same time, and then having to go to all three funerals. Yeah, in that shorter time and do video and consult the families because I knew the wives and the children. That just broke me. I was done with funerals. I'll be lucky if I even show up to my own funeral. That's how taken I am with funerals now. So, sorry, Ginger Ninja. Lady D picked first. She picked R. You were playing with your taser, and Lady D struck first. So let's see. The letter R today is R. There's an R on Thursday, I believe. And Thursdays are a repeat of Tuesdays, just different spelling. R is a pretty cool letter because when the, how do you want to put it, the Q invasion occurred across the internet and through the states with all the conspiracy crap. I was the only one that kept on showing my coffee cup with a letter R on it, saying no, it's really R, it's not Q, and nobody ever picked up on it. Lady didn't even know that, and I still got that coffee cup that has the letter R on it. Of course, I also got a Disney cup with the letter A on it. So, but No, not Taco Thursday. It's Taquito Thursday. Tacos are for Tuesday. Taquitos are for Thursday. We have Muchacho Mondays, Rapid Wednesdays, and Fridays it's which I never had, doesn't sound interesting, and I probably never have, are Fish Taco Fridays. Yeah, no. Fish do not belong in a taco. That's all I gotta say. Man, I could cook up some good fish, but I'm not going to destroy it by putting it in a taco shell. But let's see, R's, yeah. Yeah, the capital R. It's time to replace the administration we have. The younger kids are probably waking up to a point, but we got to watch them, and school them because they may be giving up on the party that's lied to them. We touched on this a little bit yesterday, but yeah, the word would be replace. They need to completely replace. And I'm not talking about stay in the party either, because the whole party lied. Their agenda lied to them. And the young ones need to know that. When the young ones are 20 to 25 and they think they know more than somebody that's 60 years old, yeah, get out of town. The music you're listening to now, you think is actually music. No. No. Go back to the 70s and 80s. We'll show them some good music. Yeah. I haven't seen them invent I don't even know what they call their music now, but yeah. Whatever the title of their music, I don't see a Hall of Fame for them yet. Yep, yep, exactly. Why? Oh, because they haven't thought of it, invented it yet. Yeah. So we need to replace the administration, and then we can start talking about them being rejects. Yeah. Now I could go as far as say R is for Republican, but I'm not going to. I'm going to say R is for Republic because the democracy doesn't work. And it's funny how the liberals and the Democrats like to say no. We got a commerce, and they don't even like to say the word of how our economic system works. But they call it a commerce now, which I guess that's the Fed thing in their group or whatever. But no, we're a republic for which it stands, and we ain't no one nation anymore thanks to them too. So yeah. And if you're feeling offended, that means you might be a Democrat. Yeah. So that's why I'm freaking doing my stuff from Mexican radio. But yeah. So then I don't know how many of y'all got to watch pinball this morning. He kind of touched on some of the topics of the news, and I had to laugh. It's like, I'm talking about all that today, but I already talked about it before. Is I told you so, but that was fine. He could talk about it. Sometimes wonder if he even listens to my streams or somebody else and gives him the hints on the stuff. So, but who knows? I give him the credit where he's due because he does it different, and he's informative too. So, but yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah. I was on a Silver stream last night, and a guy came in, one of the regulars, I guess, on their stream. It's like, hey, you know what? And everybody's like, what? You know that stuff called ramen noodles? And everybody's like, yeah. They still suck. Yeah. Now, when you're broke, ramen noodles are awesome. But when you got money and you got food, yeah, ramen noodles just don't have the same flavor as they do when you're really hungry. Have you ever noticed that? I remember being shocked first time finding out how tall he is. How tall who was. I'm lost now. Oh, you talk about that pinball. Yep. He's a big boy. Yeah, the real Asian ramen. Oh, yeah. I had some of that in freaking when I was in South Korea. Oh my God, I would eat that every day if I could. Is it? You could watch them making it there in the kitchen, and then they use the peanut oil when they're freaking cooking, and yeah, they did everything in peanut oil there. Even though the health officials say peanut oil is bad for you, I felt really healthy. I felt alive. Like my superpower was the peanut oil when I was there. I was jumping freaking, you know, walls and climbing on buildings and roofs and chasing, you know, certain criminals and stuff there. And everybody thought I was crazy. Like, damn, you're only this tall and freaking you parkour the freaking wall. And for like the first 4 months, I didn't even know what parkour was. I was just doing it. That was my job. Oh no, that sucker ain't getting away. And I'd chase him down, and I'd get him. Yeah. So, but yeah. So I give my superpower to the peanut oil because I didn't really I really freaking had extra energy. I was on the go. I was working 12, 14, sometimes 16 hours a day, and yeah, you think you'd be exhausted after doing that. I'd make it mandatory and made all my gear there for a minimum a year. I made my guys take the 30-day vacation if they came back home or if they just stayed there, you know. But I made sure they took it. I didn't take a vacation. Not even in. I worked the whole freaking time. People thought, oh, you did the Iron Man. It's like, yeah. And it sucked. But you know what? Somebody had to do it. Just the example. Oh, yeah. Peanut oil. I don't know. I think peanut oil gets a bad rap. I don't think they really know. Come on. You see a lot of those Asians in those Asian countries. That's all they use is the peanut oil. And yeah, and they're living to be how old? Yeah, they're definitely outliving us. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was definitely healthier. It was fresh, and the only thing you had to do is make sure it was bulgogi, not kugogi, because kugogi is cat and dog. Bulgogi is real beef or chicken. So yeah, you had to know the lingo. And some people didn't know, and they just yeah, whatever. The lady asked you want bulgogi or kugogi. Someone would freaking get the Kagogi, and I had to freaking tell them, no, you change your order. What? What? Change your order. What? Yeah, they found out real quick. Yeah. Just like the soju. Soju there is like our moonshine here. You can get 3 bottles of soju really cheap there. The first two taste like water and doesn't affect you, and the third one knocks you on the butt after the first shot. Yep. And if you get a bad batch of soju, you can be blind after the first drink. And it was that bad. Until they finally started regulating it the right way and putting stickers on there that they would have tested and stuff. So I was wondering, it's like, a third world country, how do they test stuff? Do they have like people like in a warehouse after they make it and they bottle them and they open one bottle and they make them take a shot? They don't go blind or freaking collapse on the floor. I guess it's good. I don't know. I don't know how they do it in third world countries. That's just my vision of how they did it once they got the stickers for the soju. So, but I've never tried sake. I want to try sake one time. Of course, that's from Japan. Phil Robinson's main phrase is, now we're cooking with peanut oil. Yeah. You got to boil those peanuts, baby. Extract that oil from it. So, but yeah. Nowadays, even the rice. Well, the restaurants will serve the Americans there because it was called American Town, where I did the law enforcement duties and had all my troops there. We basically kept everybody safe while they're enjoying the club life and the shopping and the dinners, all that. We went in there with the health inspectors all the time. And the only rice they could actually serve is it had to come from American suppliers. It couldn't come from South Korea. And the biggest thing is, yeah, you're in South Korea, they grow rice here. Yeah, but their water irrigation system, they get their water from the Benjo ditches. And you know what a Benjo ditch is? Yeah, they got ditches side of the road and going through the fields and all that. Where do you think where do you think their sewer system? All their houses, when you use the restroom, it goes into the Benjo ditches. You could see what your neighbor had for lunch yesterday if it's floating by when you walk outside. Yeah. So, yeah. That's why when you check your rice, you always got to see what country it comes from. A lot of those Asian countries, that's how they irrigate their rice paddies, as Benjo ditches. And so people are like, well, that's what California's doing. Yeah, because California's stupid. You don't use human waste, let alone animal waste, to freaking. I think the only animal waste I ever used was cow patties, and that was to start a fire. Yeah, that's it. And boy, did it smell. Oh, yeah. Yep, and I agree with you, Junior Ninja. Everything's made out of plastic. But they're saving the environment. They're recycling the plastic and making it into food. And then you could eat that. Mm. Oh, my God. Look who woke up. Good morning, Shift Kicker. Did you have one too many gummies last night? Did you have some special smokes this morning? I didn't get up this morning because I got high. I don't even know how that song goes. I just remember the part. Because I got high. I don't even remember the name of the freaking song. I just remember the guys say, because I got high. I didn't go to work because I got high. Hey, I never said I could sing. That's why I did my guitar starting the stream. I hummed. Because, Beach Harm's going to come in here and it's like, don't quit my day job. Keep telling her I only have night jobs. I don't got day jobs. Day jobs are my free time. So I'm glad to see you're okay. I'm glad you got your rest, Shift Kickers. I'm just joking with you, picking on you. We do love you. You had a long day yesterday. I know you worked out, or you were worn out. Yeah, Afroman's the person, but I can't think of the. I'm gonna have to find the song and see if I can. I really got to watch those YouTube videos to see I could use a little bit of the song, as long as I give credit to them and all that. Since I'm not monetized, you had no sound because you got high. You couldn't hear anything because you got high. Oh man, should I play it just so? You're welcome, Lady D. At least I didn't torture you with. I wrote a song. I wrote a song, or Baby Shark, Baby Shark, 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 Shark. Okay, I'm trying to think of that actress's name. The redhead that was in Game of Thrones. She played the older daughter that really needed some real life advice until she got taken from the back, and then she became more wise, and she wanted to kick ass like Arya, her younger sister. But yeah, Sansa. There you go. She was in an interview, and they asked her when she first started doing Game of Thrones. She did this interview, and she's in normal clothes. I can't remember if it was Jay Leno or something else she was on. And they asked her, "Who's your favorite artist?" And she broke out in singing, "Oh, it's Eminem." Slim Shady, and she broke out into freaking started rapping that out there with no music or anything. I was like, oh, really? And she knew all the words. I'm like, wow. You could tell she was really freaking involved in it. Yeah, that's how old Game of Thrones is now. She was singing Slim Shady. You know how long ago Slim Shady came out? Yeah. But she did a pretty good version of it, too. I personally think Eminem needs to contact her, even though she's a mom, and I think she lives in England now. But he should contact her, and they should do a redub of Slim Shady, and they do the work together because I think it'd work real good between both of them. And I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I started watching all these YouTube videos keep being suggested. They had the one where I guess Christina Aguilar and Eminem had a tiff. It was kind of funny because her and Britney Spears had to present him with an award. I'd never seen it. I didn't really pay attention to shit like that. I was too busy trying not to get shot half the time, and so I'm catching up to the past that I missed. And yeah, and Eminem's like, well, she's the one that started. During our interviews, she said I was a murderer and this and that and a wife beater, and they in the video they play where they did the interview with her, and she's like, yeah, she's talking about Eminem and his song, and one of his songs talks about Kimmy, and he wants to kill her, but he beat her, and all this other stuff. I mean, but the same thing in a way happened with Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg said some stuff, and oh yeah, Eminem got all pissed off with Snoop Dogg too. Come on now, Snoop Dogg is freaking was so laid back and mellow. Come on now. Hey, good morning, William H. How you doing? Yeah, but I will tell you one thing. One of the actresses, or not actress, singers out there that I think has really good voice and talent, better than a lot of others out there, definitely better than Taylor Swift, is Christina Aguilar. She can hit those notes, man. And of course, she's one of those that had a religious background. She started doing church music and all that first before she went mainstream. You know, so I mean, hopefully she passes on that talent to her kids. But of course, with all those people, their private lives half the time aren't as great as their public lives are. I mean, I was in Korea when Genie in a Bottle came out. And I can't even remember what Britney Spears, she came out with a song too at the time too, and I can't even remember that one. I think hers came out was Hit Me One More Time or something. And man, every freaking club I'd have to walk by because we'd make sure the GIs weren't mosh pitting or causing any problems. No Koreans were freaking attacking them or trying to mug them and stuff. And we'd walk by some of the clubs, and that's all you heard. Either Britney Spears or Christina Aguilar. And then Backstreet Boys came out and they started doing that. And it was like, really? Everybody wanted to hang out by a club called the Stereo because they played rock and roll, so we'd listen to Limp Bizkit. That's how bad it got. I'm like, what the heck? Stuff like that. I remember in old times. I'm trying to do an email right now because maybe she'll have her coffee and her cigarettes rolled. We'll see if she wrapped herself up in public plastic wrap or bubble wrap. And while I'm here, I'm just going to see. Ooh. No, I'm sorry, I can't. I just saw one for the Wisconsin Cheese Man. Explore Wisconsin flavor. Buy now, pay later from $10 a month. Yeah, no. So, yeah. Katy Perry, I don't know. Hey, Silver Paws, good morning. How you doing? Glad to see somebody's able to get up early in the morning, not like others that are still sleeping and are complaining. I appreciate you stopping by. I know you got to go to work, but I thought that was funny last night. I got to go on later, so I can't because then everybody else is freaking going on. The silver community's already starting to broadcast. Now I don't want to be cutting them off doing my stream. I know it's two different communities, but still, hey, I want to check them out. I don't want to be streaming. And plus, a long time ago, I promised the third person doesn't even come here no more half the time. I think she just lurked. She was complaining that I didn't go live in the mornings. I was going on at midday or high noon, and so I was like, okay, well, I'll take care of the early morning risers instead, because there's not many people that do that. So a couple others try, but like I said, often duplicated, attempted, imitated, but never me. You can just be yourself. That's all it is. Oh, speaking of which, I hope you picked up all your peanut shells in the freaking break room that you complained about yesterday.
Hey, nobody's been in there but me.
Yeah.
Clean.
So that means that you're the one that freaking cracked all those peanuts and left the shells on the ground. Yep.
No, it was
Yep.
the squirrel that was running around in there.
Nope. 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 Because I watched CSI last night, and the evidence proves that the last person in there was the last person that did it, and you're the only one that's been in there. The only way I know is because I looked at the camera footage and saw that you were in there. So, yep. Guilty as charged.
Okay.
Good morning. How's your weather?
My weather's actually not bad.
Is it warm?
Warmer, yeah.
Yeah. Notice how I said it warm.
After what we've had, this actually feels pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sounds stupid, but 31 feels pretty good right now.
Yeah. Oh, wait till this afternoon. We're on the freaking chats. I'm gonna be like, man, I gotta turn my air conditioner on. It's hot in here. We're supposed to get up to like 71, 72. And I could hear them all in where they all got snow and it's cold today. Air conditioner, what? So, did you get extra sleep this morning?
I did, but I didn't get to bed until later, like 1:30ish, because I was on the phone with Miss Tin and with her mom.
Oh, okay.
Because her mom wouldn't listen to her, yeah. So nurse shift had to talk to mom.
Yeah.
Yep, which is okay. At least now she's listening to her daughter. I think. I hope. I pray.
Yeah.
When you're in your 90s, your kids are your kids still. They're not, even if they're professional of some kind.
Yep.
They're still not a professional. They're still just your kids.
Yeah. You got to remember, 90-year-olds been through a lot of crap.
Yep.
And yeah. And you could be 60 with a 90-year-old mom, and she's just gonna look away. You don't know what I've been through, kid. You don't know nothing. Right. Sort of like how the 50-year-olds look at the freaking 20-year-olds that think they know everything. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like, when you're a kid, your mom could tell you something, and then your friend's mom tells you the same thing. You believe your friend's mom first.
Oh, I never did that. I always believed my mom.
But you know what I mean? It's
yeah, but I know I had friends that did that. I'm like, really? I was just at your house and your mom said this, and you come to mine, and my mom told you the same thing, and you're going to listen to her. What?
Yep. It was that's kind of how it was last night. So,
yeah, you had to put the nurse down.
I did.
Yeah. Now, did you put on your nice, comfortable nurse shoes?
No.
If somebody doesn't know,
I had my nice, comfortable pajamas on.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I'm pretty sure you still got one of those sets of shoes that nurses wear. They had the extra cushion on there because they're always on your feet. You probably still got some somewhere.
Uh-huh.
You,
Yep,
you,
couple
you
different
get that.
colors.
So today's letter is the letter R. Can you think of anything? Lady D picked up the letter R. We're not done with the letter R till the stream ends, Lady D. Don't worry.
The letter R, huh?
Yeah. Already,
I know.
I already mentioned stuff like replacing the administration so they can be rejects. Yeah. That
Ah,
we're a republic, not a democracy.
okay.
We haven't talked about rutabagas. Doesn't that start with an R? I never had a
Uh,
rutabaga, so I can't. I got no experience in that.
Raunchy politics. I love it, Ginger. uh, remember, that's my letter R.
All right,
Uh-huh.
well, what about remember?
Remember, you're not the only one that has feelings.
Feelings, nothing more than
Sorry.
feelings. Trying to forget those feelings
Redneck.
of.
Rumple.
Yeah, Rumpel.
Ginger Ninja. Yep.
Ginger's on a roll. She's just mad
She
because
is. I love it.
yeah, she's on a roll because she picked a different letter, but she picked it after later Lady D.
Oh.
So I was like, no, maybe Ginger Ninja will be the person to mention the letter tomorrow. So I put that one on the list. Then we covered 2 letters of the alphabet. So, oh yeah, I mentioned my
Yeah.
letter R coffee cup too. So yeah, I forgot about that one.
I did get him singing, didn't I, Lady D? Oh, too funny.
Red skies at night. Oh, that's by Red Rider, by the way. Has a double R in their names. More than 2 R's, really, if you actually spell out Red Rider, because there's 3 R's in it. Or 4. I don't know. No, 3. Yeah. So I got a triple R. Your turn. We're playing crossword.
You got a triple R. No, I'm just not here yet. It'll take me a while this morning, I think. Uh-huh. I actually planned on going to bed early.
I don't know. When you
And I
said
did.
goodnight, it's like, man, she definitely has to be tired. And you
Oh,
left.
I was.
And Dennis
I
got
was.
up there and
Yep.
he was kicking butt and doing everything that he was watching you do. And before I left, because I was starting to doze off, I'm like, hey, you're doing a good job, Dennis. We love you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Dennis was the bomb. Yep,
yeah,
yep.
yeah.
See, his thing though is mostly auctions and
Mm-hmm,
that kind of thing. That he
mm-hmm,
would rather mod and do that.
yeah,
Where I don't care for those so much. I can do it, no problem, but I don't like doing it.
yeah.
We're counting the numbers my way, the way the races go. I like to do it, especially when, like yesterday, when Darlene had 2 things going at once,
Mm-hmm,
and I was texting her the ones that she missed
yeah,
on the big race. I
yeah,
literally had to text her so she was all caught up.
yeah.
Uh huh. Oh, you missed this person and this person. Oh,
So
that was funny.
Ginger Ninja says she's not salty, she's ranchy.
No, raunchy.
No,
That's
look at the word she wrote. She wrote ranchy. So
oh, she
you
no. That's how you spell raunch.
no
R A
raunchy is
U
R.
N
Yeah, raunchy is
R A,
RAUNCHY.
and that's how she
Raunchy
had.
has a U.
She
Ranchy
said,
has no U.
yeah. Oh, she did spell it ranchy.
Say that.
She
Don't double check
if
me, please.
okay. She
Miss,
used. I
I
was
just
looking
woke
at
my
her
brother
raunchy
because I slept.
politics. Raunch. Her politics for raunchy. Okay, gotcha. I'm wrong. Hey, first to admit it when I am.
No, you're denying it. I had to argue with you.
Yeah. Well, I had to look and see.
I
As
had to
soon as I
roll. I had to
realized.
roll up a newspaper and hit you with it. Look, roll has an R.
Uh huh. Wrong. Wrong has a W. How about that?
Uh, Ginger Ninja. No, that only counts as 1 hour. Sorry, Ginger Ninja. I want to know, since she's ranchy, is she buttermilk ranchy or just regular ranchy?
Recall. I like that one.
Yep.
Lady D. Recall.
Yeah. Recall on president for 500. Okay, you're gonna pay us 500? Sold to Lady D. How you sending it? PayPal, Venmo. Oh wait, whatever
Venmo,
wants me to
Zelle,
Venmo.
Cash App.
Yeah, yeah. Can you round robin that for me, Chef Kicker?
Nope.
Yeah,
I.e., I have none of the above.
yeah.
And I won't be. I did at one point, but yeah.
I got the Monopoly app. Does that count? I could send you all the bank I have in the bank in Monopoly.
I mean, I don't get to collect $500 when I go around.
No,
Start or
goes.
go.
Yeah, goes closed for construction because of the potholes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we say the
Past going,
potholes
I
are
don't get
really
nothing.
sinkholes. No what?
I said, here's another R word for you. Regular.
Uh,
I'm glad we're just regular people.
yeah,
And we don't think we're better
yeah,
than anybody else.
yeah. I miss regular gas.
Yep.
I remember putting regular gas in there, none of this unleaded,
Uh-huh.
Stuff with what's that freaking fuel stuff that they put in there? Ethanol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regular gas was the bomb. I remember having the gas wars. Gas
And
is,
not only that, regular gas was actually more stable
yeah.
than once they put the other stuff in it.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, you got Ginger Ninja just on a roll. Raise the roof, you rowdy regulators.
Yeah.
I love you,
Yeah.
Ginger Ninja. You don't have to stop. I needed a good giggle this morning. Thank you.
I got you beat, Ginger Ninja. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Or the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. I said Mars and you. So, do you know what a rutabaga is? Because I don't.
A
I've always
rutabaga,
heard the
yeah.
name. I know it's like a
It's
vegetable or fruit or something, but
yeah, it's a root vegetable. It's big.
is it
It
like a
kind of
beet?
looks, except for it's bigger than a beet would be, and it's like white and pink on the outside. And you peel the skin off and you cut it up and you boil it and you mash it, and it's so good. Or
Oh,
you
I
just
never
cut
had
it
it.
in pieces and you throw it in stuff like soup and
Oh.
yeah, it's good. I like rutabaga.
Hey, B. Mitch, how you doing? He likes parsnip. You see, I've never had parsnip either, so. I've been around the world. I can mention certain foods and vegetables, and you'd be like, what the hell is that? I've had them,
Yeah,
but I haven't had everything in the U.S. yet. Lady D says it's sweet, but not sweet.
right, right. It's it's
Ruh-roh,
kind of
Rogan.
it's kind of in the more in the radish, parsnip, that type of family. Yeah, I think.
Ooh, turnips are good if they're fresh. I don't eat them very often, but I will slice a turnip and put some in my salad. But it's got to be like really thin sliced to do that. But growing up, I never had turnips, but I guess with age, my body was craving it, so I got it.
That's okay, B Mitch. I was really late too. Don't feel bad.
Oh yeah, she was, because I've been waiting to get a refill on my coffee, and I'm like, damn, where's Shift Kicker? It's past an hour. Where's Shift Kicker? I'm dying.
Yeah, and I literally set an alarm just in case you went live, and I slept through it.
Yeah, it got so bad, freaking Ginger Ninja, after she froze her legs because her kiddo left the door open talking to her while I was going out to the bus. She had to grab her cattle prod. She was hitting me with her cattle prod to wake me up. So I was falling asleep. All you heard in the background was zzz, zzz.
I'll have to try that.
A mild sweet potato. I don't like sweet potatoes. Well, I haven't tried them since I'm older now, but hey. My taste buds are maturing, y'all.
Do you want to hear weird? I just got your text there from Messenger. It just now came in. What?
You got my text there from Messenger?
Yeah, where you typed there in Messenger.
Oh,
I sent you a link and it says, then you type that. I just now got that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you were signed out of Messenger, probably.
No. No, I was signed in because, yeah, I had two people messaging me in there.
Oh, no. I see how you are. You just said ignore mine. You're getting it now.
No, I got the notification and I opened it. I thought you wanted to tell me something. And yeah, I'm like, what? What?
Have you had batata? Batata. Or like yucca? I know what a yucca plant is.
I've heard of it, but I have not had it. Someone told me it's kind of like in the squash family type sweet potato thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've never had it. I have to be honest.
Yeah. Well, let's see. The best thing about South Korea, because we were talking about when I was in South Korea, the best thing South Korea ever had was their coffee shops. Oh, their coffee shops are amazing. It's like going to a well-established jazz club in the U.S. with buying furniture and everything else. But it's just a coffee shop. There's no alcohol in there, nothing else. It's just coffee. All different types and all that. You can get tea, but the atmosphere and everything else is just so relaxing. And they would have like 1 million of them. Seoul has like probably 1,000 of them in just that city alone. So everybody like, what are you doing on your day off? Going downtown. They already knew. Oh, okay, you're gonna be at the coffee shops. Oh, hell yeah! I'd sit there the whole freaking day, just talking to strange people. Hey, Chappy, how you doing? Nanu.
Good morning, C. Happy.
Are you from Orc too?
Yes.
That's what I want to know. She speaks the Orc language. Nanu.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep, but I have to tell you, he is one of the nicest people.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Gotta love me some Happy Chappy.
Hey, I might be a learning shift. Did you look up at what I have tagged at the top? Or pinned, should I say, not tagged?
Yeah, I see that you have him posted again. Yep.
Yeah, that's 2 days in a row without any help.
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm getting this pin thing down.
Awesome.
Yeah. So let's see. Russia. Ooh, the best thing. When I was in Russia, we had went to some restaurants, and they'd bring out the burner that goes in the middle of the table, and you'd cook your own meat and stuff there.
Yep.
And like I cannot remember. Yeah, I cannot remember the name of the lettuce they had. It's a special lettuce that you can't even get the seeds shipped from Russia here. It's like against customs and all that. But their lettuce was like the most perfect one to use because they didn't use bread. You'd put your meat and any vegetables and all that and make it into like a wrap with the lettuce. And that lettuce tasted oh so good. No, I definitely know it was not cabbage. Don't even ask. I know Ginger Ninja's ready to start. It was cabbage. No, it wasn't.
Man, and by the way, see, Happy, today's letter is R.
No.
Just so you know, think of a word starting with the letter R.
Okay.
See if he can go off like Ginger Ninja did.
Yeah. B-Mitch like anything fried, I'm in, lady. Okay, how about some fried Rolos from the State Fair in Texas? You know, it was like the deep fried Snickers. They got deep fried Rolos. You know, there you go. It starts with an R and it covers the fried for remix. There you go. See, Chappie's covering the respect one. RESPECT. Surprised I could say all those words from me.
Yep. But I am going to say he picked a word that everybody needs to not just say, but actually do
Oh, yeah.
in more ways than one. So,
Yeah. Yep, Lady D, you would have to. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, State Fair runs for 2 weeks. And it takes you that long to just get from one side to the other.
that sounds like the Minnesota State Fair.
Yeah. And you're not talking about the rodeos, the shows, and all the other stuff, the concerts. It's just the food. And they got so much of a deep fried, but of course they got the barbecue, the corn, and everything. It's awesome. Yeah. After 2 weeks, you'll have about 50 pounds extra weight on you. You better have a gym membership waiting for you because you are going to gain weight.
Yep. My community people are actually awake. I've gotten 4 different things on my community page that I posted about the Grinch. I'm not being a Grinch. I don't know if you read it, but if you haven't,
Yep, I read that one. With a certain color lights not to use, and
yeah.
Yep.
A couple people know. Too many people know why that's so funny is because half that stuff I would never do. Amen, Ginger Ninja. Remember the one true Redeemer. Perfect. Chicken Noodle Girl, how you doing? Yep. I remember it, Chicken Noodle Girl. Got grapes? Uh-huh. When he gets back, I'll see if he can play it. Rumpelstiltskin. Please don't say that more than a few times. Don't need any more trolls in my life right now. Pretty sad. I post a prayer on my community page and I have 9 people tell me how unchristian it is. Yep. That's a real thing. I just take them off and hide whoever did it. But it's amazing that people take that much time to try to hurt somebody else for no reason.
I thought it was a letter or a
by
word.
The way, wait a second. We need you. Chicken Noodle wants you to play the duck song. Got grapes? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What about it?
She said, do you remember that duck song you used to play? They have a new Christmas one now, I guess.
Yep. Where you been, Chicken Noodle? You're like 2 hours behind. What's up with that? Just joking. She's only like an hour or so behind. Good morning.
Yeah.
Now, but I still like the old Christmas classics like Mamacita, Donde está Santa Claus, the bata with the hair on his knees. No. B-Mitch says, I thought of you the other day. I heard Justin Timberlake song Say Something. I thought, Trust could use this. Well, you know,
hard work.
Speaking of Justin Timberlake, you know, everybody heard from Britney's freaking memoirs that he forced her to have an abortion. So shame on him on that. And I'm still pissed off that Jessica Biel married him. Why? She could have done a whole lot better. Yeah.
Well, Chicken Noodle Girl, it may be not new, but I haven't heard it yet, so it's new to me.
Yeah.
That Christmas version of that. And I'm gonna have to look it up. You know that, right? When we're done.
Yeah. Like I said, if I knew the YouTube rules for the music, I'd start using some of them, even if it's not the whole song. But I haven't had time to do the classes. I'm still trying to do my other stuff first. So hey, but where this started with our happened last night. It rained here. Dun dun
Really?
dun. Yeah. And I'm surprised the ladies in chat didn't even think of this one. Red, red wine. I don't know the rest of the words of the song, but he always sings by Red, Red Wine.
Have a blessed day. Stay happy.
All
Don't
right.
work too hard.
All right, Chappie. Have a good one. Enjoy that whack-a-mole.
Oh, he actually worked.
The whack-a-troll says.
I don't know if you've seen like the UPC labels and all those different type of labels that they stick on stuff with the metal in them, and that's what he does. He makes those. So he runs a machine that actually makes, and then all different type of QR code type things that get printed on stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I got to do this, and I got to interrupt you for a minute for this special broadcast. Red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum. What movie was that in? Sorry, I forgot you had, your earplugs in. Lady D's guy. Yeah, walk in the room going, red rum, red rum. Or just open the door and go, here's Johnny. I'll throw him for a red loop.
Bummer. She's got a meeting in 8 minutes, Miss Lady D.
I don't know. Like I said last time, meetings are so overrated. You really need to tell them. You walk in there and just say, hey, I could tell somebody didn't take a shower. Let's just Zoom this. I'll be in my office. What can they really say about that? Everybody's going to start sniffing.
Right? Right. Sorry, Lady D, I didn't watch Survivor. Or B. Mitch, I didn't watch Survivor.
Yeah. Then Survivor sing, Eye of the Tiger. Oh, wrong Survivor. Okay.
I'm not sure on that one. I really seriously have not watched a lot of TV or movies for years. I just don't. I mean, there's been a few suggestions of movies that Trust has given that I've watched. Otherwise, no. But even as a kid, when, TV was very new and very expensive for families, especially it was for mine. When it was TV time, in the house, I still decided to go outside. I was one of them. I didn't sit and watch the Booba Tuba. And I can honestly say my kids don't watch a lot of TV either.
Yeah.
They have other things they're doing, I guess.
Well, that's good. I mean,
my hubby, now on the other hand, my husband, he can sit and watch TV for hours.
Yeah.
But I think it was his babysitter too.
Yeah.
When he was a kid.
Yeah.
He wasn't made to go outside.
That's awesome, Chicken Noodle. I wish I had a lake I could walk around. But I'd have to drive like 20 minutes just to get to the lake. And no, they don't really have decent walking trails there. So keep it up. You can do it. No baby today. Woohoo.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. And longboarding mom made me have flashbacks of when I lived in Vegas. Because she spent Christmas at Timberline Lodge one year, which is near Mountain Hood You know, that brought me back to flashbacks of Vegas. When I lived in Vegas, I was single. Of course, I lived in a studio apartment when rent was only like $400 for a studio apartment back then. 'Cause I worked out of town, so I flew out of town to freaking work, and I'd be gone for gosh. I didn't hardly ever spend any time in there. My clothes spent more time in the studio than I did. But on every Christmas, because since I was single, I would fly or drive home. It'd take 3 days to drive home. And the cost of freaking there goes Ginger Ninja. Rah, 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 rah. That's all I gotta say. Red Robin. Rum. But I'd go up to Mount Charleston every Christmas. I'd take a week off on Christmas. And technically it was before Christmas because everybody wanted Christmas off. So I would take the week before because they'd have all the sleds, the snow would be up there and all that. And I spent a whole week up at Mount Charleston. And they had this huge freaking fireplace in the entrance area, before you go up to your rooms. And you got the fireplaces in the bars, you got them in the rooms. It was so awesome.
Yeah.
So
I
thanks,
basically only spent one Christmas not at home. And we did a family thing up in Tahoe. Yep.
Nope, never been to Tahoe. I flew over Tahoe. Never lived there. Never visited.
Lake Tahoe.
Yep.
That was amazing. Though, I mean, it really was. We had such a good time.
Yep. You walked over 5 miles yesterday. You're not worn out, and you're going to do it again? Man, talk about freaking repeating torture. Repeating torture.
Uh-huh. But was it torture? If she's ready to do it again, she must have really enjoyed it. Just being outside, enjoying the scenery,
Yeah, she's going to get halfway today, and her muscles going to lock up on her. Like, oh, Charlie horse. Cool, 12 days. Man, she's already going on Christmas vacation already? Wow. Well, enjoy it because, you never know. Next year she'd be like, nah, I'm not coming home, Mom. I met this guy, and we're going over to his parents' house. Eventually that's coming, unfortunately. All right, Lady D, enjoy your meeting. Yeah. Remember, we love you.
Yep. Big hugs.
Yep. Chicken Noodle says, my sister lives in Lake Tahoe. I bet she doesn't walk around that lake. That sucker's huge.
Yeah, we thought we were going to get snowed in when we were up there, but they brought these, big plow thingies that were on real. They didn't have regular tires. They had like tracks.
Mm-hmm.
And plowed us out because we drove from Vegas to Tahoe, and then we had to drive back to the airport.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there in Vegas. Yep. It was cheaper to do it that way. Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's another word we didn't say. Returns. When you do your Christmas shopping, make sure you know what the return policy is. You may be paying a portion of your money to the store because they're going to charge you a fee to return something.
What do they call that? A restock fee?
Yeah. Restock my ass. That's all I got to say.
Yep, I hear you on that one.
I know what they really do. So, But I haven't heard anybody doing rampant stuff where they've been going to the grocery store, grabbing like a 6 cans of beans, and then making sure they're all dented so they can get a discount. I guess with all the recalls we've been having, they finally said, "Oh, I'm not going to dent the cans."
Yep, Chicken Noodle, there's no place like home. There really isn't.
Yeah, so wear your ruby slippers and say that. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Man,
Goodness.
y'all been going back and forth where your daughter is, and y'all must be loaded.
Yeah, I think that's exciting too. That she's coming home for you.
Yeah,
Such a great Christmas gift.
yeah. That first year of freaking college, if you lived in the dorm, has to really suck. I mean, it's one thing if you're in the city where you can run home, but if you're in a different state, yeah, you just can't just jump in the car and run home that day because it takes you longer, and that's really got to suck.
Yep, I'm agreeing with that.
And I'm glad they have this unlimited freaking talk and text now because, man, imagine having the old days when they first started doing long distance. You have to pay like 25 cents a minute. You know how bad your cell phone bill would be? But of course, being a parent and being your daughter in college, you still talk, even if it freaking costs you an extra $50. But towards that fourth year, you're like, look, you need to get over it. Yeah, and they're still talking about that other letter freaking website. Telling you. But our website ain't fake. It's been triple checked, fact checked, and
Oh, okay, sure. Right.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
What, you don't believe in the letter R? You
Right.
don't
Right.
remember? R is the word.
I thought Greece was.
No, I can't even watch that movie anymore since John Travolta came out.
I know, right?
I'm like, no, I can't freaking believe him freaking trying to do any freaking movie. I was like, yeah, right. You ain't singing a Sandy. You're singing a freaking one of the guys in your freaking group.
That's the way to do it, Chicken Noodle Girl. Earn them travel points that way.
Well, no comment on credit cards. I don't really like them. I really don't want to have them, but nowadays you gotta have one.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
believe me, if it wasn't for our credit card, which you pay for everything every month, and then we pay it off every month. Yeah,
well,
we wouldn't have a payment method. We wouldn't have had a payment method of any kind for 2 months,
yep,
except for digital.
yep,
Not even a debit card,
yep,
because get your identity stolen. Have that happen to you one time.
yep,
Not fun. I'm still fighting that.
yep. It
I
takes
still,
years. It could take 10 to 20 years to freaking
well, in
finally.
March it will be a year. So
Hmm.
that it happened. I mean, it took me almost 4.5 months just to get my social security number back. Uh-huh. Yep, and it's changed by one digit. Try getting all that stuff
Yep,
changed after having it from the day you were born.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. Same here, Ginger Ninja. As soon as they decided to open their mouths and think that they knew more than everybody else, when all they do is fake act somebody else's life, it's like, yeah, right. Yeah. What do you know about politics, let alone voting? You have to have an entourage. Somebody else is voting for you. That's why you got to have a press agent, because they got to write your speech or whatever you're going to say. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, and by the way, my 13-year-old grandson finally understands what clickbait is on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been warning him for a while, don't just go to something you think that it's supposed to be because of what the picture looks like. I said it could just be clickbait just to get you to watch what they want you to watch. Yeah. And he just didn't get it. Well, I got a text message last night. Grandma, oh my goodness, I went to this website thinking it was about art supplies. It had nothing to do with art supplies. He goes, darn clickbait.
Yeah.
I had to laugh so hard. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. Same here, Ginger Ninja. Man, maybe you're the long lost sister that I was supposed to have, because we got so many similarities. Except for the roosters. I wouldn't have no roosters in my backyard. They'd already be sold to KFC or deep fried in the kitchen. But yeah, the clickbait. Speaking of which, I watched a commercial yesterday. It's like the third time I've seen it. And I had this college student on there saying, yeah, right before I went to college, I heard all these scary stories about credit cards. And that's what she's saying. And then, I ended up getting this to help build my credit. And I'm not saying the company or the card on purpose. I'm pretty sure some of y'all probably have seen this commercial before. But it's supposed to help build your credit.
Yep.
Okay, and they're flashing that she has a 690 credit score. So my next goal is to make 700. I'm like, really? You're in college and your next goal is to make a 700 credit score and you're sitting at 690? Yeah, obviously she's not taking economics in college.
Brandon, good to see you.
Good morning, Brandon.
Go. Yeah. Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah. Hold on. Go do it again.
Let's go, Brandon. We always pick on Brandon and do that. Yep. Over on
That was awesome when they put Let's Go Brandon on the race that he did. So
yeah,
it's like, yeah, now I can tell who he is.
I think he won that one actually.
Yeah, he did. I believe so too. Speaking of winners, yeah, you're a repeat winner.
Yes.
Repeat is understated.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, don't be bashful.
Sometimes it happens. But I can go weeks and weeks and weeks without winning a darn thing. Not even a raffle. So when you get on that donut, you stay on the donut.
Yeah, you enjoy that ride because you know how long it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah. Let me look at
I think, as a matter of fact, I believe Silver Paws goes live today, too.
Yeah, 1 or 2 o'clock. No, wait, 3 o'clock, I think. I don't know. I got to look.
Yeah, because he's Eastern, so he's, yeah. So I actually have to look, too, to see.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to see they brought anything else.
That's one stream I like going into because it's so laid back compared to some of them.
Uh-huh.
It's just laid back.
Okay, one thing I have noticed, you know how YouTube shows the little TikTok things?
Yep.
They finally got one right for me. They started showing me all the TikToks that Keanu Reeves posts, and some of his are hilarious. Man, he's got a very inventive mind. So, I mean, if you got TikTok or if you got YouTube and look in the shorts, just put in Keanu Reeves and see some of them. And some of them he doesn't even talk. He's just like, yeah. When your girlfriend is telling you a story you're not really interested in, he's just sitting there. And the words come across like that. Once she's done, and it shows him he's falling in the back of the bed, he puts a blanket over his head to go to sleep. I rolled on that one. I'm like, hey, B Charmin, there she is.
Yep. Good morning, B.
Yeah, let's see. She must have been resting since the letters are for today.
Yep. Well, you know, bees do go into hibernation too, so we gotta be real careful
Well, because I'm still
with our
trying to figure.
bee.
Jenny says my roosters are nice though. Never been aggressive towards us at all. Just wait. They're going to get to that age, and the next thing you know, you're going to be like Gardner Josh being attacked. Oh, yeah. 10 minutes late and feeding them. Where you been, woman? Arr, make me a sandwich. Yeah. So I had a request from Meg and Ashley last night. Well,
To go later.
I had a complaint. Yeah, I had a complaint, and then I had a request. Complaint that I go on too early, and that I should go on later. I don't think they understand the concept because they're 2, 3 hours behind us, for one. That by the time they get up to watch anything,
It's lunchtime.
yeah, it's lunchtime, and people on the silver community are already starting to stream. So it's like it's kind of late at that point.
Right.
Yeah. So Ashley, Meg, if you end up watching this restream later,
Yeah. Nope.
tell me,
California time. 2 hours behind.
tell me
And
about it
then
later.
Ohio. Is it Idaho? Idaho.
Idaho.
Yep. Idaho. Yep.
I don't ho. Do you ho? I don't ho.
Nope. I don't know.
I can't believe she threw away your boots. She was talking about.
I can. Did you see what she was standing in?
Well, the one I saw, it looked like it was her husband freaking doing the digging.
Yeah, well, she actually was too, and yeah, she sent me some pictures, and it was disgusting. I give that girl a lot of credit. The things she does.
Yeah, I bet all she did is just jump in and make the video, and she got out, and that was it.
No.
I noticed she actually dug. I'm just teasing her. And she watches like, oh, trust. It was like yesterday they didn't realize I was picking on Ashley when Meg was talking, and I was purposely calling each one different, each other's names. Yeah, and they didn't pick up on it. Oh man, somebody else in chat picked up on it though. They were rolling. They're like, yeah, at least somebody figured out my humor. And Chicken Noodle. Hey, last night I said, ever since I had 2 failed marriages, I don't know how to pick them. I've just become a slut. I said that last night. So hey, you can call me a hoe. Doesn't matter. I'm a slut, but with my skills, yeah. I'm an amateur slut. I got to watch some movies. I need to go back and like watch Revenge of the Nerds and stuff, so I can learn how to be.
I'll be right back. I gotta talk to hubby real quick.
Yep. Wow, she's excited. She wanted to talk to hubby. It's like, you know what today is? You know what today is? I don't think so, Chicken Noodle. I'm the worst man in the world. I should go to Vegas and play cards. I'd probably be a billionaire by now. Lucky in cards, unlucky in love. And the sad part is, I cook, I clean, I even take the trash out without complaining. Everything a woman wants from a man, then brings home the bacon. I'm like, hello. Uh-huh. So, what's a fun fact about it, Chicken Noodle? I'm just playing. Yeah, it would have been nice being an extra in that movie, especially when they're up on stage and they're doing their performance. B. Charm says, "So what blows it for you, Tress?" Says, "I don't know. I guess it's my endurance. You know, most women complain that they want, a man that. Hey, speaking of which, hey Dennis, how you doing? Good morning." She's talking to her hubby. She'll be right here. Yeah, most women want a man that can love them long time. All my complaints have been to shorten it up. I'm like, what? Telling you, they use my DNA to make freaking Viagra. People, they freaking used to take my plasma and freaking turn it into Viagra to help the men that couldn't. I stopped doing it because they dropped the price they were paying
Say
for me.
what?
Dennis is in
They
chat.
took your DNA?
Yeah, I used to donate plasma so they could extract the DNA and make Viagra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Good morning, Dennis. Big love.
Yeah. Hey, be charming to ask what blew it for me with my relationships. It's like, yeah. They're gold diggers. They just all they wanted me was for my money, and when they were horny, and the rest of the time was like, "You got a hand?" I was like, "Yeah, you got an ass, and my foot's gonna be in it in a minute." Boom!
Oh no.
I know chicken out is supposed to be for the love, but a lot of women don't get that. I can't remember the joke I freaking told Meg and Ashley last night in chat.
I'm not
I
sure.
had them rolling, and they were giggling for like 5 minutes. Oh, now I remember what it is.
And Dennis rocked it last night after I left. Thank you, Dennis.
Well, according to bioengineering, the smaller pills are more effective now. When they first started using my DNA, they were making those horse pills. Man, those bulls and horses are freaking breeding like freaking mothers. Okay, well, I gave a suggestion that the guys need a, well, the whole thing came up to this like, a man is always going to be wrong, no matter what he says, unless he always says, yes, dear. And then I gave an example. As if the wife goes, do these shoes make me look fat? And the husband answers, no, but the dress does.
Yep, I saw that.
Yeah. Most of the chat didn't. That's the only reason I'm repeating it. I'm like, yeah. See, that's how guys get themselves in trouble. But it's really the woman's fault. You know darn well, whatever the man says, you're going to do completely opposite. So stop trying to pick on a fight and come up with an excuse to be mad at your man. If you think the shoes make you look fat, put on a different shoes. You can give your husband two pairs of shoes. Do you like the red ones or the white ones? And they say, I like the white ones. You'll pick the red ones just because he chose the white. You know it. You've done it before, ladies. Come on now, be honest.
Only when the red ones don't match. When something doesn't match, my husband's kind of colorblind, so I don't ask him about colored things. Nope.
Yeah.
Yep. And
I bet
colorblindness, did you know, is hereditary actually?
yep. And I bet he has a filter when somebody calls him racist, and he's looking, it's like, you blind motherfucker. I'm blinder than shit. I don't know what black and white is. And you're going to
That's
call
great.
me racist?
No, you know what, Dennis? That's the best way. Play it safe. No comment. My husband does the same thing. I'll
Yeah,
ask
but
him
if you
about
say,
something. Do you like? I'll show him a picture. Do you like this outfit? No comment. That's what I get.
see, I would purposely, I'm to the point, if I was dating somebody and she asked me that, but yeah, it looks good on the neighbor when she wears it.
Trust. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, of course they're going to get mad. And then they're going to call the girlfriend and says, can you believe he said that? And his girlfriend's going to, her girlfriend's going to be supporting her, and then she's going to start laughing and giggling. And she's like, what? That is kind of funny if you really look at it. And then she'll come back and, 30 minutes later, whatever, an hour, 3 days, a week. But it's true. I mean, and I'm like, hey, when I started dating, you said you wanted a guy that made you laugh. I'm telling jokes, and sometimes you just don't get my jokes. That's not my problem. So, women, you ask for it, respect what you ask for, because that's what you're getting. And yes, I've told jokes and made women get naked because of the jokes I've told. I've been so funny. But I don't tell those online because I can get in trouble that way. I need to see your driver's
Uh-huh.
license, ladies, and make sure that you're over the age of 18. For all I know, you got a fake ID, or you're just saying you're over 18. Now, this boy don't play that. I need proof.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, be charming. You want to know what blows if it hits you. Sorry, I had to say that.
I did get good news from my hubby.
Oh, what?
We're gonna go pick my mother-in-law up. They're gonna release her today. So yep. That means lucky me, I get to
Yeah.
run over and clean her place real quick. It shouldn't be bad because it wasn't when we picked her up. Because yeah.
Yeah. Oh, single life ain't that bad. And congratulations, shift a day early, but hey, the
Yeah.
sooner the
Well,
better.
I guess she was up walking last night, and yep, they said as long as she, all I
Yeah.
do is contact the nurse down in the opposite end of her building and let them know that they need to do wound care,
Hmm.
and she's good to go.
Now
Yay!
the hospital's reporting she was up and walking, but the videotape shows that she was trying to break out of there last night.
That could possibly be with her. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, what you told me about her is like, yeah, she was trying to make a getaway and she got caught. Oh,
It could be.
and I don't blame her because I wouldn't be in a hospital right now. It's like that one
Right.
hospital that had the 500 that and it contracted AIDS and I don't even remember what tuberculosis or something else. And they had to try to contact those 500 people. It's like, what the hell? You go to the hospital to get better, not to get sick. I mean,
Exactly. But I am going to be honest with you. If you don't really need to go to an ER, don't go.
oh, I
If it
agree with
can
you.
wait, if it can wait till the next day to go to your regular physician, do that, because I'm going to tell you, I don't care how clean a hospital keeps their ER. People are repetitively walking in there with some of the most nastiest germs out there. So yeah,
Yeah,
stay out of the ER if you have to. And
yeah,
I know Dennis would understand the emerge is what they call it in Canada.
yeah.
Emerge.
Yeah. And you got to look at it. When you go to the emergency room, let it be the sniffles, the cold, the allergies, the flu, all the useless stuff you shouldn't even be going to ER for. But I'm not going to say anybody in chat does that. I'm talking about all the other people that shouldn't be. You go there and then you got to wait like 3, 4 hours to be seen. Then where are you waiting at? In the ER freaking waiting room where everybody's coughing, spreading germs and all that. They ain't got cleaning crews going there and cleaning every chair when somebody gets up.
No,
Those germs are just spreading.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
I mean, granted, most ERs, their waiting rooms are cleaned every 4 hours. 4 hours approximately. But you know what? They can't clean everything, even then. So, yep, they dump all the garbages and do all that kind of thing. But yeah,
Oh, oh, your daughter's going in for the TB? Well, hopefully it ain't that. Because in the military, I was deployed. I contracted the virus, and I ended up having to do 6 months worth of meds. And then you had to stay out of the sun and all this other stuff. Funny part is the physicians don't tell you when they give you the medicine, and it's not labeled on the medicine. Stay out of sunlight, direct sunlight. Yeah,
good
it's that
morning,
time.
Ronald.
Hey, Ronald, how you doing? Good morning. Good to see you. Yeah, so when I did that medicine, yeah, I was being a traffic cop. I was directing traffic in, yeah, direct sunlight, and I passed out, and I had to rush me to the ER. Well, needless to say, a couple of commissioned officers in the clinic at the hospital, yeah, they finished their tour of duty and they got out because they wouldn't let them re-enlist because of their stupidity. You got to warn your patients when you give them something, the side effects. If you're not supposed to be in the sun, and they try to play it off, and they lost. I was more pissed off because they should have told me on that. But I don't know. So today's letter is R still. We got a few more minutes. So R. What are we going to report on? I already talked about all the news. Oh yeah, if you got more than one Google account, Google's already starting to delete the Google accounts that you don't use. So make sure you go in there and log in and check your email. Even if you're not using it, just go in there and delete it. I got two accounts, one for YouTube, one for my private stuff. So I made sure mine are active. And of course, USA Today is giving you examples of how to keep dust mites away naturally to help with allergies. So they're basically saying dust mites cause allergies. Just thinking about dust mites. Ew. No.
Ronald, you did miss some of it. I missed a lot of it too. I slept in. And B, most statins that they do make your muscles hurt. Uh huh. Some people can take them, but more people cannot. You would be amazed.
So, shift.
So what?
I got an alert here. Winter weather alert. Which states will see snowstorms today? Do you want to know which states they are?
Not mine.
Well, okay, so you don't want
Not
to know it.
today.
Okay, so you don't want to
Mm-mm.
know which
No,
states.
but
And
I,
okay.
I, I think Weed, California is going to get snow today. Yep.
Yeah,
Good
the
morning,
Northwest is going to
Chuck.
get hit.
Good to see you. Long time no see, bud.
Good morning. Ooh. Okay, I'm just going to mention the states. Of course, Alaska, but they always get freaking snow. Arizona. Ooh. Arizona's going to get snow. Colorado. Yeah, right. Hawaii, but that's going to be the top parts. They don't give the height. Iowa and Illinois. Gotta love it. Oh, and Idaho. You call me a hoe, well, Idaho's going to get some snow.
Yes,
Nevada.
Dennis, she will be.
Yeah. New Mexico, Oregon, Washington. Yep, the Northwest. Yep. What portions where, how high? Yeah, you're just going to have to go look at, I'll bring up the link. Hold on. Or I'll say the link. I'm not going to bring it up. It's too long of a link where I get my stuff at. AS USA.com. Or just go to MSN.com and then look at their news, and it should pop up in there for the weather. It's the easiest way. That's why the link's so long. Dennis,
Hi,
yeah.
Larry.
Like, damn it, I gotta freaking shovel the driveway again. It keeps falling. I was like, yeah, too bad you ain't got boots because you threw them away.
Those are work boots she threw away, and they were so covered in crap.
Yeah, but, you know,
Just thinking about it. Nope.
yeah, she should have hosed them down at least. For those emergency, times.
Yeah.
But what I
Exactly.
know, I've had to freaking go and bingo ditches and stuff, so.
Say, Dennis, I'm going to tell you something. Trust is a better weatherman than any of them out there. He has gotten my weather pinpointed almost right down to the nickel, where the weatherman here, nope. He says, he'll laugh. You're going to get snow. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Sure enough, I get snow.
Yeah, when I tell everybody, you don't believe me, listen to your weatherman, and they come back the next day going, Dan, you're right. It's like, I know, because I know how to read the numbers. It's all about the numbers. How do you know I could talk to the aliens? Because it's all numbers. It has nothing to do with letters. Q is fake, I'm telling you. And I'm waiting to break the story on Q because I know who Q is, and it's going to blow people's minds that you've been listening to the Obamas. I mean, you've been listening to somebody that you didn't support or believe in or vote for. Yeah, enough said.
Uh-huh.
So, but hey, what do I know? I just follow the number.
Know. So what's on your agenda for the rest of the day, dear?
I'm gonna be laughing my butt off later today when somebody's complaining about shoveling the driveways.
Yeah.
I'm with Dennis. We're gonna be kicking back, just laughing. Well. So, really, it's gonna be 71. So I may go outside and enjoy a tan for like 15 minutes, and yeah.
There you go.
But our wind's supposed to be picking up at 11, so it may be windy. So I don't know how much sun we're gonna have. The clouds are moving real quick. We got a cold front coming in out again.
Right.
It'll be nice and cold again. And that's where
Yeah.
New Mexico and Amarillo is going to get the snow today into the night. And yeah, I think portions of western Oklahoma have a chance of getting it again. But just like the northern tip, I think Kansas is going to get slammed again. Poor Kansas. Yeah, that's what they're reporting. But the O's are two people. One's male and the other's male. I mean, a female. And sorry, I had to leak it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right. Well, all I know is I have a few more minutes and then I gotta jump because I want to run over and get her chair all set up, so when he goes and picks her up and they get there.
Nope, not allowed.
I'm out of there and back home.
Nope, not allowed. Nope, not allowed.
That's it. Yeah.
No.
I'm
Nope.
gonna bring one of those little TV trays and set it up so she can have all her drinks and all that sitting right by her chair. Yep.
Well, Chicken Noodle, where you're at is 65, but I think it's like where they're saying somewhere between 5,000 to 7,000 feet. That's where Arizona's going to get the snow. I purposely left it out to see if you're still in here or not, and you didn't say nothing when I said about the snow till now. So now I'm telling you, it's going to shock people that really freaking follow Q because all that crap is fake. You're going to find out it's the people that are freaking. They are the ones playing y'all. And once you figure that one out, then you're going to figure out that, oh shit. Yeah, you're going to be really embarrassed. I have a bit, like I've always told everybody, I talked about zombies for years, and everybody's like, yeah, that's never going to happen. Now they found the zombie virus. And now they're talking about all the bacteria that's mutating. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you gotta tell me the zombie virus can't mutate when the Russians and certain other countries are experimenting with that virus that they found?
Right.
That's older than 20,000 years? Yeah. Come on. Where's your proof it won't mutate? Mother Nature has her own ways. But as a reminder, tell your loved ones you love them, even if you're mad at them, because you don't know what's going to happen in 5 minutes, 24 hours. Who knows? They may ingest a zombie virus. You never know. And then you know you got to double tap them. You don't want to live with regret that you didn't tell them one last time you love them. So
Exactly.
I'm going to pass it on to Shift to say her final farewells because she's got to go.
Yep. Well, stay blessed, guys, not stressed. If you can, get outside, enjoy some of the real light instead of the artificial. And don't forget, if you have elderly neighbors, check on them.
You know, at that point, yes, I could tell you be charming, but you got to do your own research. It's called the Holy Bible. All the information you need, all the hints of everything that's to come is happening, and all that is in the Holy Bible. Anything that man creates, puts out, and all that is corrupt. That's why when I say or anything I tell you, do your own research, double check me. I do love y'all. I appreciate y'all coming out. We will see you on the several channels today if you decide to go out. If you don't know where the several channels are, check Shift Kicker's community page, and she'll put the latest and greatest where we're at. Click on the link, come join us, have some fun. See us go crazy sometimes and have some fun. And if you're really not into the server thing, which some people aren't, and that's fine, you can watch, get information. It's always good to be informed and stuff. Go check out who I got pinned at the top. Music by Ron.
Music
And
by Ron.
yeah, and it's the Whiskers Band 3. Click on the link, check it out.
Yep.
Let's
Give them a
try to
sub.
get them up to, we need 20 more to get them up to 50. We can do that today. Share them out. Refer them to somebody else. You might not like the music that much, but somebody else might. You never know. So we love you. We'll see you. And I'm going to leave you with the song that I started with because, some people just weren't here at 7 o'clock in the morning because they were still sleeping. They overslept. Is that right, Shift?
Uh huh. I admit it.
Okay. So the song's called Find a Few, and that's what she's going to find. She's going to find a few. They'll ever play. Really? Just go in there and hit it off.